She said I never gave this family anything. My phone lit up and proved I'd been giving more than anyone. I grew up watching my brother Daniel get praised for things I did quietly and blamed for the opposite. He became a lawyer, the kind of son my mother mentioned to strangers in the grocery store. I stayed local, worked in logistics, drove an 8-year-old car nobody complimented. When money came up at family dinners, my mother had a way of looking at me like a line item she couldn't balance. "You could contribute more," she said once. "Daniel writes a check the second anyone needs help. You disappear." I never corrected her. Correcting her would have meant explaining things I'd decided a long time ago not to explain. It started 2 years earlier, the week my grandfather's hip surgery bill came in higher than insurance covered. Daniel wrote a dramatic check at the table, and everyone remembered it for months. I said nothing. I called the hospital myself the next morning and set up a private payment plan under my own name. Because I didn't want thanks, I wanted it handled quietly. Nobody noticed I'd started packing lunch instead of buying it. Nobody noticed the vacation stopped. My mother noticed I'd gone quiet, and quiet in our family got read as guilty. 18 months of payments, most months. Then Grandpa's heart started failing for real, and the cost stopped fitting on a single dramatic check. I picked up night shifts. I sold the car I actually liked. Daniel, meanwhile, stopped showing up. Missed 2 of Grandpa's surgeries entirely. Sent flowers instead. My mother made excuses for him at every dinner. Nobody made excuses for me. Nobody needed to. The night Grandpa came home from the hospital for good, my mother threw a small welcome party. More people than the living room comfortably held. I set my phone face up on the kitchen counter to help carry plates, the way I always did without thinking about it. I was still in the doorway when I heard her start in on my aunt. I don't know what happened to her. She used to be so generous. Meanwhile, Daniel's been carrying half this family and doesn't even ask for credit. My aunt murmured something sympathetic. I actually had to say something to her about pulling her weight. Someone has to. She saw me standing there and mistook my face for guilt. Same as always. "We should talk about this," she said, not lowering her voice. "Daniel's carrying this family and you're just—" My phone lit up on the counter an inch from her hand. A payment confirmation. The kind that shows the first line right on the lock screen without anyone needing to unlock anything. St. Mary's billing. Payment received. Robert Halloway account. Balance remaining $2,140. She looked down at it before she could stop herself. Read it twice. Read my grandfather's name and then mine, listed underneath as the payer. "What is this?" she said. I told her. All of it. 2 years. Quietly. Under my own name. Because I hadn't wanted thanks, and I still didn't particularly want it now. Daniel had gone pale by then. Standing near the fridge with a drink he wasn't drinking. "I paid," he said. "I wrote a check. 18 months ago," I said. "One check. What happened to the other 23? He didn't answer right away. "I lost money. An investment went bad right around when Grandpa first got sick." I didn't know how to say it. "So you let one check do the talking for 2 years. I didn't think anyone would check." "Nobody did," I said. "Except the hospital. Every single month. Nobody clapped." My mother just sat down at the kitchen table, quiet, the way I usually was, and said the only thing she really could. "I'm sorry." I told her I hadn't done it for that. I'd done it because he was my grandfather too. We split things fairly after that. Daniel finally told the truth about his finances, in full, to everyone, not just me. My mother calls before assuming things now. I think about the 4 months still left on that balance sometimes. Mostly I think about the fact that for the first time in longer than I can remember, nobody at that table was waiting for me to explain myself.